because this is the common of all the 7 laws of Noah. You have to believe in God. You have to keep family ties. There's a severe injunction against bloodshed. You have to have compassion with animals. You can't be cruel to animals. You have to have a legal system and codes of law to enforce the legal system. This really, in essence, is the very quintessence of decency, of human decency. And that's why I think this can be the ground and also the encompassing
basis,
value of all humanity. With your permission, I think I'll follow now in Hebrew because it will be more brief and more to the point. שבע מצוות בני נוח, בעצם כל האנושות מצווה בהם. וגם המשפטנים הגדולים, הדגולים של אומות העולם, הכירו בכך. היו גדולי המשפטנים בעולם, הכירו בכך שקודם כל ש10 הדיברות הם הבסיס של כל החוקים האנושיים של בני האדם, והכירו בכך שהמצוות העיקריות שהאנושות יכולה להתקיים בהן, בלעדיהם אין קיום לאנושות. אי אפשר שתתקיים אנושות, שום חברה לא יכולה להתקיים בלי המצוות העיקריות הבסיסיות האלה. ולכן גם פסיקות של בית המשפט העליון בארצות הברית, וגם פסיקות שלנו, שכעת אני לא אכנס לפרטיהם בהזדמנות הזאת, אליהם אפשר לבנות בניין ברור וחזק, שלפיו אם אנחנו נעשה לקיום המצוות האלה בכל האנושות, אנחנו נגיע הרבה יותר, זה דרך היותר מהירה ובטוחה להגיע לשלום בעולם, מאשר כל דרך אחרת.
טוב. Thank you very much, Justice Tal. Professor Rakover, you have written about the Noahide laws, in particular the mitzvah relating to the precept relating to the establishment of courts and justice. How do you understand Noahide law as an embracing system for Jew, non-Jew, for nations together?
As you already explained, and Justice Tal also spoke about it, that the moral basis of those commandments, of those 7 commandments of the Noahides, are based on morals. And the moral, this might be a very good basis for understanding. As you mentioned, the President of the United States that said that the peace is not, may not be out of conventions, but of understanding and from the heart of people. Morals has to do with the heart of man. And if people will understand that those values are communal basis for all humanity, then the relations between people will be another kind of relations, of understanding as brothers, brother to brother, and the behavior between them will be according to this concept. You mentioned the decision of the American Congress. Here in the book of Law and the Noahides, I brought in the appendix this decision, United States Congress on Noahide laws, and then to designate March 26th as Education Day. It says this was the day of the birthday of the Rabbi of Lubavitch. This day was a special day that will be for all the people a day of understanding of those values. It says, whereas Congress recognizes the historical tradition of ethical values and principles which are the base of civilized society, and so on. Whereas these ethical values and principles have been the bedrock of society from the dawn of the civilization, when they were known as the 7 Noahide laws, then it continues that we adopt those values as the basic values for our society, not for the historic era, but for our days. Those are the values that we should try to adopt and to behave according to those values. For this purpose, they said, let's dedicate, or how you say, one special day for this purpose to bring forth those ideas. The ideas of the Noahide laws, those ideas, as we mentioned, one of them, the important basic law of the 7 is to establish a legal system. But it is not enough that a nation will have a legal system. In the biblical history, we know Sodom and Gomorrah that they had their legal system, but this, in their fulfillment, in this legislation of their laws, they didn't fulfill the 7 Noahide laws because it was not based upon morals. It was against the moral. The same is with the German government, as we know, in the time of the World War II. They had laws. They killed the Jews according to the law. They changed the law that will allow them to do the worst things in the world. It was according to the law. Shall we say that they have fulfilled the demand of the law according to the Noahide laws? Of course not, because it is not upon the basis of morals. The Jewish tradition is that it says that law should be based upon morals. Today it's well known, the concept in the law, the rule of law. The rule of law says that it is not enough that everything is done according to the law, but values should be the basis of the law. If it's not based upon values, it is not, we shall not recognize those laws as a fulfillment of the demand of the rule of law. The same as we say, as we used to say years ago about the Noahide laws, today the legal society nowadays understand already that this concept is worldwide understood, that this is the way how we can bring our modern society to such